my mind. We can conquer the world and love you and I, you and I, you and
Oh, I just got broke off. It's a muskie. There he goes. I just got broke off by a muskie. No, he's got that in his jaw now. Son of a... Did you see him hit it? She's like, yeah, I got another one. So, as you guys can see, the fishing didn't work out too good. Did get to hike, though. It was really fun. It's always fun to get out in the woods. Got broke off by a muskie. Threw a spinnerbait up under a tree and it annihilated it. I saw it grab it, and I mean, there was no fighting it. It just popped me right off. Teeth broke the line. He swam out in the middle of the pocket trying to shake the spinnerbait out of his mouth. But I'll make sure and put that video. You guys have probably seen it by now. But anyway, we're back in the garage, and I want to talk to you about a news event that's going on right now in the fishing industry and in the hunting industry and really the whole outdoor industry as a whole. And that's Director's Order 219. And that is a law that Obama passed right before he left office. And so I'm going to read to you. This is actually off Wired to Fish. I get a lot of information from those guys. Really good site to kind of keep up to date. But this is Director's Order 219. It will require the use of a non-toxic ammunition and fishing tackle to the fullest extent practicable for all activities on service lands, waters, and facilities by January 2022, except as needed for law enforcement and or health and safety uses as provided for in policy. So what's that mean? I know it's a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo. I had to go figure it out myself and kind of, read up on about it and what it means. That means that by 2022 that the government wants us to no longer use lead at all, anywhere, in any of our fishing tackle, and if we do, it will be illegal. That also applies to hunting as well. If you use lead shot or something like that, they want a total phasing out. They want it replaced, I guess, in the fishing industry by something like tungsten and or brass or another non-toxic metal. So, I agree that that's something that we need to move towards together cumulatively as a fishing community. Let's get to the point where we're able to use tungsten exclusively, which is a non-toxic metal. It's not going to hurt the environment, those kinds of things. But I think the time span and the way the law was passed was not the way to do it at all. I believe this is a law that was come up with by people who have never hunted or fished in their life. I believe that it was passed unilaterally without the input of the fishing industry or the hunting industry or any people that hunt or fish at all. There's over 46 million anglers in America, and subsequently that would make 46 million people illegal in their activities while fishing if they're using lead. And it doesn't matter in what aspect of the fishing industry you're talking about, there's probably something lead that they're using. I mean, this whole box of spinnerbaits would become illegal. These are lead head spinnerbaits. These are nickel spinnerbaits, and they use lead to pour the heads. So, I mean, this is probably $300 or $400 worth of spinnerbaits would automatically become illegal. Now, how they're going to enforce this, I don't know. What the plan on enforcing it is, I have no idea. And, and it said practicable, which means, we want it phased out to the fullest extent we can get it that is practical. So I believe that, it's that they're not going to be super harsh about it, but wonder if they are. Wonder if this is a law or a bill or whatever, however you want to label this, that gets pushed under the rug and never fully addressed and never is taken care of. And then we have, all these people out there enforcing a law that we're not really sure how it works, and they're handing out tickets for fishing with lead. And I mean, there's billions upon billions of dollars of people in the fishing spent on the fishing industry. I mean, I think I read one time that there's $35 billion put into the freshwater fishing industry alone. That's not including saltwater, which also use lead as well. And, you know, it's one of those things that I'm not going to get in debate, you know, who's right, who's wrong, right, left, whatever. I just want to kind of lay out the facts and ask the question of what's really going on and what really is the problem. And, you know, how can we fix it in a way that's manageable? Because, you know, you hear me talk about setting manageable goals and realistic goals, and right now I think they've set an unrealistic goal, and it's a goal that's been set by people who have nothing to do with fishing or hunting at all. So, you know, right now, you know, Beast Coast is obviously putting out tungsten that is super affordable for all anglers, and, you know, it's a great option if you want to start using that. You know, for your terminal tackle, heads for swim baits, stuff like that. We're coming out with all kinds of other stuff, shaky heads, drop shots, all that kind of good stuff. I mean, so you'll have the option there, and it'll be very affordable. But as for like the spinner baits, I'm a Nichols guy. I love Nichols spinner baits, and I would hate to think that one day this whole box would be illegal just because it has lead in it. And, you know, there's been studies done that show that lead harms some wildlife. There's been studies done that show that it does not. And so I think as a fishing community as a whole, we really need to look into this and kind of start figuring out, is this a law that needs to be overturned? Do we need to have an extension on the time period to get all this phased out? I mean, we cannot be expected in 6 to 7 years to be able to totally phase out everything that has lead in it. I literally believe that there would be hundreds, if not thousands, of fishing companies automatically have to shut down because tungsten is too expensive to make. Or, you know, it would just become unmanageable for them to try to totally just redesign every bait that they have. That means getting new molds for anything that's made out of lead. You have to make a new mold for it. Anything that has lead in it, you would have to make a new mold for the things that have lead in there. It means putting tungsten in everything from crankbaits to spinner baits, which, I mean, would make great fishing products. I mean, a tungsten-headed anything with tungsten is more sensitive, it's denser, it's just all around better material, but it's not realistic. It's unrealistic, and like I said, unrealistic goals set. And so, you know, guys, I just wanted to give you this information and kind of tell you what I think about it and what I think we need to do. As a fishing community, I think we really need to approach this, look for some petitions to sign, look for things to, you know, to really start figuring out what we need to do as a fishing community to make this right and, you know, be able to maybe get this law overturned, and eventually it probably will be overturned. This isn't something, you know, this can be easily overturned with a few pen strokes. However you voted, I don't care, but we've voted in the people that look after us as anglers, as sportsmen, as hunters. We voted in those people, in my opinion, and so I think we're going to be okay, but still, I don't want this to be something that gets pushed under the rug, and 7 years from now we're all staring down a ticket for who knows how much because we're throwing a lead spinnerbait, or we're throwing a lead weight, or we're throwing, heck, this swim bait. I mean, this swim bait has lead in it. So not only did I spend $25 on this swim bait, if they're even still making them, because it would be illegal to make them or whatever, and then have a game warden write me a $100, $200, $300, $400, $1,000 ticket. I don't know how much they would be or how they would enforce it, or even if they would enforce it. That's the question too that you have to ask yourself. How would they even enforce this? Are they going to go to door and start checking your tackle? I don't think that's going to happen. But just thought I'd lay this information out there for you guys, kind of tell you about this event happening right now. This something it's, you know, something I think as anglers we need to know about. So guys, go down in the comment section, tell me your opinion, tell me what you think we need to do, tell me if you think it's a good idea, bad idea, realistic goal, unrealistic goal. You know, just tell me your opinion. Don't get hostile or anything. I'm not here to fight the debate on politics or anything like that. I'm just kind of telling you what I think and what I believe, and kind of telling you the news and the facts. So as always, guys, thank you for watching. Obviously, you're going to have a comment, so go comment down below. If you're new to my channel, make sure and hit that subscribe button. Go check out some more of my videos. Go check me out on all my social media. It's Alex Road Fishing for everything. All the links are down in the description. Down there are links to my partners, like Nichols. Go check some of those links out. And as always, you guys are sweet. And thank you for watching.